Now that my bout of self-pity from yesterday is over, let me talk to you. All right, so I've devised a plan, right? It's a master plan. But no, what I've done is to get myself together, to get my mind right. I was thinking, going over things, mulling over things, trying to figure out how to work with the circumstances that I have. Now, first I started with what I want to do with my day. This is not in any particular order, but it definitely starts off with getting dressed and doing my makeup because I miss doing that. Haven't done it in a while. I want to start back doing that. And I want to go to the gym. I want to do some reading. I want to do some research for filming. Then I want to do some filming and or editing. And then I want to do some job searching and then have a nightly routine as well as a morning routine. That's exactly how I wrote it because that's how it came out from my mind on the paper. Now, this is what I plan on doing to at least start that, if not accomplish that. So I have to know the gym and studio hours. The actual gym, so I have two gyms. I have a 24-hour gym, and then I have the gym with the studio. So that's what I mean, gym, studio. Those are two different types of gyms. I need to know the library hours. That's the office. This is where we are right now. Then I have to wake up at a certain time each morning. So I have been trying to wake up between 4 and 4:30 like I used to for my morning job. I've been saying that like 1,000 times. But that was the initial plan. Haven't really been able to do that. Just because I be tired, yo. So if I can wake up between 5 and 6 a.m. and just go ahead and do my makeup and get dressed, that should work because we don't have to leave until 8 o'clock. We don't have to be out of the dorms until 8 o'clock. And the library doesn't open until library. The library doesn't open until library anyway. The library doesn't open until 9:30 anyways. And then everything else in the world too, between 9 and 10 a.m. Then I want to, no, I'm at what I'll have to do. I'll have to have gym clothes on hand. I'll have to have my computer on hand. I'll have to have a book on hand. I'll have to schedule a daily room checkout. And then I have to prepare scripts, bullet notes, or whatever for whichever video I've done research on and want to film. Look, I've been effed up with the angles, so I hope you can see me. Can you see me? Let me readjust just a little bit more. There we go. Can you still see my pretty face? Good. Now, with that said, what I did was I made this small little like map or graph, if you will, of when the studio opens, when the library opens, when the studio closes, when the library closes, and then when breakfast starts at least. I don't know how dinner's going to work out because of the bus system. That's the transportation I have to rely on, and that takes forever and a day. So I was like, okay, skip dinner for the most part. But that's this little map here. This is what this is. And then I wrote down when there's an open studio, at least for the coming week or the next 6 days. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 6 days here. So that's for the next 6 days, and then the library hours. So this is like the drawing, the visual, and then this is the written part. What I want to do, so this is how it happened, this is how it's happening in my head. If I wake up at 5 a.m., that gives me an opportunity to do my makeup with very few people awake already. I actually might have an opportunity to do it in the day room, you know, with a little bit of privacy and alone time, some solitude. If not, then waking up at 6 o'clock, and if I still do it in the day room, I'll just have an audience, simple as that. I'm just gonna have to get comfortable with having a live studio audience watching me do my makeup, and if I do film it, then they're just gonna be part of the cast too. Then, between, we'll say makeup takes an hour because I don't have all my colorful stuff. You know, like I have my crayon case and my shades by Shauna. I don't have those are in storage. I would only be using my neutrals. Yeah, I have my neutral palette. So I would only be using that as far as my eyeshadows. And then I do have my contour palette too. So makeup would take maybe an hour, hour and a half at the most. So if doing makeup gets me from 5 a.m. to 6:30 a.m., as well as after getting dressed, then if I don't completely get everything prepared the night before, I can start preparing after doing my makeup and getting dressed, or go ahead and finish up getting ready for the night before, from the night before. I think I said that right. Then I hit up the breakfast spot, you know, the cafe for breakfast. Then that's a whole, okay, so here's another thing. If I get into the cafe opens at 8. If I get into the cafe by 8:15, I'm done by 8:30. So that gives me anywhere from an hour to an hour 15 minutes to wait until the library opens. That is a long time when your intentions are just to get to the library and do what you need to do. So then it's like, what the F, you know? What am I gonna do? But you know what? I'll figure something out. Cause usually I go, well, see, that's the thing. Okay, by the time, so walking from the shelter and the cafe to the nearest bus stop going towards the bus station, that's about a 7-minute walk. And then it's another 10-15 minutes to wait on a bus, probably longer. And then that's another 10-15 minute ride to the bus station. So that's a whole 30-45 minutes taken up there. So there's that. So yeah, that'll be the plan. And meantime, in between time, I could be reading. Yes, I could be reading. I do my best though, like, granted, you're not completely and utterly aware of everything in your situation when you have your earbuds in, but when I have my earbuds in, if I don't hear everything, at least I still have my eyes open and my head on a swivel, you know what I'm saying? Versus when I'm deep in a book, I'm in a book, especially if it's like a work of fiction, my imagination is going everywhere. I'm in it. I'm talking about in it. Like, but look, so it's probably going to be it'll be reading. I'm gonna just say it's gonna be reading for that. So then I'll get to the library. If I get off the bus from the 9 o'clock bus coming from downtown, and I get off the bus, I'll get off the bus around 9:15 for the bus that stops closest to the library. Then at the library, I can go ahead and get some research done there. Probably, I prefer filming inside of the office, the rooms, or what have you. So I can go ahead and plan out my day at the library, go ahead and make a room rental during the best time that I can, and do a little research, see if I can get some other things done, and then head to the studio as soon as I can to reach a time that's closest to the time to where there's an open studio, my bad. Then once I get to the studio, I do my thing. I'll say if I spend 2 hours, studio session for an hour, and then work out for 30 minutes to an hour, and then shower and change. But see, that's the thing, like I would like to have my makeup done again, but that involves doing my makeup again. But I shouldn't let that bother me. That's one of those things, cross that bridge when I get to it. After that, I'll be hungry again. So if I make it, no. I'll be hungry again, so I have to find some snacks. And I get tired of junk food. Like they give us chips and cakes and stuff, a bunch of carbs and sugar, but I like that when I want it. I don't want to just be fed that the whole time because it doesn't necessarily fill me up. It's not nutritious, and I'm probably already pre-diabetic because everybody in my family's diabetic and I'm already fat AF. What? It sounds so fat phobic, I know, to people saying that, but I'm a realistic person. And I understand being 220 pounds at my stature, I'm fat, okay? I'm a fatty. So I'll have to, maybe if I buy some fruit. Okay, anyway, get a snack, get my behind back downtown to get to the library for my scheduled office hours. Do the work that I need to do during my office hours. Then I may have the time to get to the cafe for dinner. If I don't. Now this is if I still got a little piece of change in my pocket, but if I don't go get something to eat. Get something to eat. By that time, it'll be close to check-in time, between 7 and 8 o'clock. Check back in, and then start my nightly routine. That sounds like a plan. Last night, my routine was a little bit better. Like when I got into the dorms, the first thing I did was shower. Then I started to unpack, and I was chit-chatting with my roommates, which I usually do. I don't necessarily hate doing it. I just don't want to do it all. I don't want to do it all night up until lights out. And I don't necessarily want to do it every day. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes I don't necessarily want to come in as soon as I shower, lay down, or just lay down as soon as I get back in. Like I want to shower and kind of just unwind, decompress, and not speak. But last night I was able to shower first, do a little bit of packing and getting my stuff together, chit-chatting with my dorm mates, roommates, and I eventually was like, okay, I'm probably gonna do the rest of this tomorrow. I think I said bye y'all. Instead of good night, I was like bye y'all, and just closed my my little curtain, my sheet, and laid there until I fell asleep. So yeah, that worked, calling it curtains instead of saying, all right, girlies, I think I'm gonna take myself to bed now, I think I'm gonna go shower and then get into bed and shit like that. Like setting them up. I need to do it abruptly. I don't need to set them up for what I'm gonna do next, because that gives them the signal like, hey, she's gonna take her time to herself. I need to occupy that time. You know how humans are. Today though, I did go and get my refund for those tickets, those season tickets. And I found out that I still have a credit on my account. So I can find a show to go to later this year using that credit. Or if the tickets cost more than that, hopefully it's no more than $20 more. Hopefully. Stuff is expensive. And I've been calling, so I called. I was told that my car that was not recently totaled, but totaled last year, was between $2,000 different tow yards. The first one I called, they said, nope, not here. Like after giving them the VIN number and all that, they kind of said that quickly, nope, not here. So I don't know. And then the second one I've been calling, I've called them twice. The first time, no answer. I didn't leave a voice message. The second time I called, which was today, again, no answer, and I left a voice message this time. That was earlier today. They haven't called me back yet. That was like this morning. They haven't called me back yet, and it's like 4 something. I don't want to go nowhere because I know for a fact all the tow yards in the city that I'm in is not on the bus line. Like that means I'm in for a long walk if I only take the bus. And then it'll be what, a $20 Uber Lyft ride if I do take it, for them to give me the runaround or tell me it's not there at either one of those, and I'm not in the mood for that. Not in the mood for that. All right, so that's the plan for now. That's where I'm starting. This is what's going to be my quote unquote launch pad. The Marge Simpson quotes. That's what I used to call them. Well, growing up, my generation watched The Simpsons, and Marge Simpson used to have her little quotes, how she did her air quotes and stuff like that, and we just called them the Marge Simpson quotes, even though it was just the air quotes. I am still unemployed. Haven't gotten a call back, email, none of that. So that budget I made a few months ago hasn't gone into effect. So I have no idea how I'm going to earn $7,000 a month just to survive and have a place to stay. But I mean, I'm not pitiful no more right now.